I'm going to title this video Nature Over Nurture. Something in that realm, because that's what made me think here. Like Hellboy, when I was reading this is the final part of Seed of Destruction, and he shows, like a fantastic, heroic, selfless moment. But I was just thinking, like, he was born, I guess he was kind of conjured from hell to do great evil, but he is the person he is today because of how he was raised. This whole thing of nature versus nurture. And I'm just wondering, will the Hellboy story ever delve back into the past of how he was raised? Like, because obviously he came to Earth as a small child, and he would obviously need a lot of love around him to be kind of a force for good. So that's what kind of had me all thinking around that. But there's just two scenes that I wanted to pick out here. It's kind of weird. I'm trying to read another series at the moment called Black Hammer, but every night I sit down, I just want to come back to this. And a big part of it is just the art is so good, and it just really kind of inspires me. But this is a really cool scene here where. This is more like jumping into little tidbits, like Hellboy had to fight this kind of uber creature. It was almost like a weird kind of super frog version that was created from an Arctic explorer, but he got Hellboy just got fucked up, and he's defeated. There's no coming back here, and he's kind of thinking, he's barely conscious, but then he tries to gain focus. You see him rummaging through his satchels, and that's what I love. Like in the last one, they talked about all these talismans that he's got in different pockets of his coat, and then here he's saying a concussion grenade. It's left over from the Rolling Hills cemetery job 6 years ago. I just love that, and he says I don't even know if it's good, but it's just this page here. he manages to kind of wrestle free a little bit and stuff his hand down into the creature's mouth, and this is with his big hand of doom type indestructible hand. He obviously shoves that down into the creature's mouth. That's a great shot there. Look at that. Now I think he is thinking that he knows that this once was a man, so he's saying I'm sorry, and then obviously the grenade works, blows the creature's head off. And there's a really cool, obviously the Rasputin character here is coming around to trying to raise up this mega kind of weird tentacle godlike creature, but I thought there was more to that part there. I think that what I was looking for was there's a shot of Hellboy in the water, and you can just here it is here, see this. I thought this was cool where there's just smoke coming off his hand. Even the color treatment there, Mignola obviously got the colors to add, a more saturated red in there. But you can see there's the frog creature just with the top half of his body is just gone, which was a really nice touch. But I don't want to go into every aspect of this, but the nature nurture thing was at the end here, where I guess this is kind of the character. It all goes down to how he was raised. The same as Superman, I think. He was raised by great parents. He had the power to be really evil if he wanted to. If he went down the wrong path, and he could have took over the planet and been a god. But the same with Hellboy, and it's just always a really nice trope here. But this is it here, where Rasputin gets a big spear through his chest from what's his name. Abe Sapien gets possessed by a ghost from the house. I think it's the Cavendish father, and they fire this spear through his chest, and then Hellboy jumps in and starts kicking the crap out of Rasputin. But it's this bit here that I loved, where I think Rasputin kind of knows he's on the way out, and he says if you kill me, you will never know who you are, you will never understand the power inside you. And Hellboy's just yeah, you're right. And then he says, but I can live at that. And he just smashes him up to bits. What's he say here? I will see you crawl before me. This is not the end. And Hellboy just crushes the skull, which is really cool. And like even at the end, the team are talking about, you know, how they all are, and the girl, the pyromaniac kind of girl who has the fire powers, I still can't remember her name. I think it's Liz. She's kind of talking about Hellboy's always the one on the end of the physical kind of damage. Like, so he's, I guess Hellboy is like, you know, there's always that debate out there about, like, you know, these big pit bulls or just really dangerous, powerful dogs, and like people say it's the owner, it's not the animal. It's kind of like that nature nurture thing. Like, you know, Hellboy is so kind of powerful, but he was clearly raised by the right people, and he uses his kind of power for the forces of good. Like, so I don't know if they're gonna, like I said, I'd like to see if they go back and look into that, or if they touch on the potential for him to go bad, you know, or like could he be lured away, or like his mega power, could it be used for that kind of force of bad, like, or how would the forces of evil turn him, like, you know. So I don't, it could be just all these cool stories, or it could get a bit deeper and stuff, like, but look, excellent Hellboy stuff, like, and I just, there's so much there. It's going to be hard to pull myself away, because sometimes I think when I reach at the end of a volume, I think there's 2 little mini stories at the end of this Seed of Destruction that I'll take a look at, but I'll just want to dive back into that. But there's like so many good books out there to read, and yeah, it's fucking brilliant. Hellboy is kick ass, man. Loving it.